So OpenAI just released their agent builder a few days ago, so of course I had to put it to the test with Bubble Lab. Let's dive straight in. I've got this spreadsheet of 1,000 rows of mock sales data, and we'll try to get both agent builder and Bubble Lab to analyze it and email me a report. We'll start with Bubble Lab. I'm using the same prompt for both platforms. Read sales data from the weekly sales sheet with columns date, product, amount, region, calculate total sales, average sale, top product, top region for the past 7 days, generated a formatted email with these metrics and sent it to my email. It instantly built 2 bubbles, one for Google Sheets and one for resend to send the email. And if we click into the Sheets bubble, you can actually see that I wrote the text script function to compute exactly what we asked for. If I execute it, I can see that the email got sent, but let's take it a step further. So now I'm back in Bubble Lab. I opened up our AI assistant and I'm asking it to add some insights and also make the email look more professional. You'll see that automatically inserted an intermediate AI agent bubble to generate deeper trend analysis, then updates the email formatting code. Let's hit run, and here it is, a clean professional report with insights like dominance of high value items and recommendations like bundle and upsell laptops. So pretty cool. That whole thing just took a couple of minutes, and the final token usage for this flow is 1,600 tokens. And of course, everything's in TypeScript, so you can export the code and do whatever you want with it. Now let's go into Agent Builder and try to recreate the same thing. We'll need to manually set up the MCP server to give tools to the agent. The thing with MCP servers is I have to expose the tools to the agent, which sounds cool in theory, but in practice, it can get really, really messy. So this actually took me a while to do. At first, I tried to use the Google Suite OpenAI connectors, but then realized that Google Sheets is not supported. So then I tried PipeDream, but for some reason, it just wouldn't load at all and kept throwing an error. Then I switched to Zapier connectors, and I did manage to start giving it the correct tools, the Google Sheets and Gmail. Honestly, you never really know which tools to approve for the agent, so I ended up just checking everything on the list just to make sure that something would work. This is where the whole MCP hype falls apart. It's basically a patchwork of external connectors glued together by an agent with zero type safety, observability, and limited reliability. Every tool you register lives outside of the system, which means there's no shared runtime or state. You can't debug when something fails, and every flow becomes a fragile chain of APIs instead of a real observable workflow. We have a strong belief at Bubble Lab that developers deserve better than let's hope the agent figures it out. That's why everything that runs on Bubble Lab is inside a typed, observable runtime with real code that you can inspect and extend. After some back and forth in the preview, it kept hitting weird errors and rate limits and restarting, and finally at the end, it was able to send an email, except the numbers were all wrong, and I realized it was just an approximation. I would actually have to attach either a calculator tool or a code block to the MCP server so that I can actually do the calculations. Anyways, I promise I really wanted to get this working in Agent Builder. The point of the series is to do fair comparisons between tools, but at this point, it's coming to an hour. When I was doing this, it was close to 2 a.m. I didn't really know how to add a calculator tool for it to work properly, and the token usage was getting pretty ridiculous. So here's the final comparison. We have Bubble Lab built in a few minutes. We enhanced the workflow, and the execution just took 1,600 tokens. Agent Builder, I worked on it for around 45 minutes. I could not get it to work. I had to set everything up manually, and it took 200,000 tokens. Let me know what you think. I do really want to make this a series, so tell me which platform we should put Bubble Lab up against next. Bye.